champion. I'm a big fan of that. Okay, maybe not. What the heck?
You
Is
said
that
you wanted
real? Is that
melee
a-
champions.
Is that a lock?
Monkey Paw. The
Okay.
Monkey Paw has
No.
curled.
Let me cook here. This is the strat for Shanks. Okay, so we can very clearly tell early on that Shanks will not be winning the CS battle here. Cream actually going for the tower plates and doing a good job to not auto Shanks. He does take a tower shot. Part of that strategy that we were talking about. Oh, little pulve. Hey, right now,
Okay.
if I'm Shanks, I'm happy with how things are going.
Yeah, he's got so much damage here, and this Bramble Vest
Oh
is
my
proving
goodness.
to be so dangerous.
Wave crashing in once again, but I think he's doing a good job. He's wave clearing well. He has, you know, a W max Alistar to shove Cream away from the tower whenever he gets a little bit too close. So I think this strategy might actually work out for him.
I would love for this to be the only Alistar we see in all of the 1v1s
No, right.
this year.
Because
Please.
it's really fun and interesting to like
-1.
theory craft right now, but as soon as we see it more than once, it's like, okay, we've seen it.
Everyone-
8 minutes of this game did not matter at all. It all comes down to this: can Shanks shove Cream into the flames before he takes too much damage and dies? That is going to be the name of the game here. Cream, he takes the health relic right now. Shanks is hunting him down. Right now, Cream is not really in a position to get shoved away just yet. Shanks gonna have to burn that ultimate soon. There comes the dominance from Cream. I don't think this is going to go well for Shanks. Cream just has way too much HP. He lands a stun. Not headbutt.
Oh, no!
Put him within the flames. Oh, it's all Jover at this point. That is just all too easy for Cream. I don't think we're going to
We didn't get to talk about it. I kind of missed it on this point, but with Rumble, the usual answer has just been slam the Galio if it's up, but that hasn't been the case. It's going to be in the last part of this draft.
Definitely could be in a fair amount of trouble here.
This is the change, though. Cannon minions are on 4 now, so they're trying to deny him a punch of gold.
All right, here we go. There comes the stun. It's all too easy. And who else but Tarzan to pick up first blood for AM? As we have a modified 4v4. Flandre going to be there first in terms of the top laners roaming up. Looks like Cream going to get hit by the taunt. Going to be back to the flash crash down for KL. And here comes the Between Worlds. Kyle is maybe caught out. There comes the hero's entrance. It lands just onto Kanavi, and nobody will fall from either side. Big health bars.
Versus Tarzan. Tarzan does have the smite, so can try to go for the 1v1, but it seems like they're putting up much of a threat.
Looks like AL going to go for a play in the mid lane. Chris blocked up. Remember, doesn't have that flash. Doesn't have the ultimate yet either. Tarzan, always known for making plays, so up to him to try to force something to happen.
Strong and a side laning team due to just having a Galio and a Rumble. You are more indexed on wanting to try to find team fights. Tarzan, you're just going to have to flash here, bro. Oh, we're just going
he's
for
going
it.
straight in on a Jackie Love, who just arcane shifts away. Looks like the Crescent Guard doing enough, and here comes the teleport. It's going to take a little bit of time to channel, but here comes Flandre, Equalizer, doing a really nice job on that kill.
So he just gets to stand there. For everybody at home as well, Unending Despair is... AO may have gotten their brain fried from doing the Alistar mid-tech here as we're trying to find an entrance onto 369.
Double knock up. There's the Magnus Storm. Really nice engage here for Kyle. Crisp has the Unbreakable Will on top of him, but 369 will fall first. It will be Shanks to pick up the kill. And there goes Crisp as well. Burnt to a Crisp by Flandre. 2-0 AL. And they're going to pick up the Feats of Strength buff as well, with the Dragon going their way.
That's why we saw TES have to contest for this objective. They have to follow AL wherever they go, and that is also going to be such a through line for anyone's legend in this game. You have 5 grubs, so...
Kyle was the one to find the engage.
Cream.
Here comes Cream. He was not in that last fight as the Blast Cone comes over. Kanavi not looking for it, and they're just going to give this objective away again. Tarzan picking up the Rift Herald, and now here comes the counter engage. Call the Forge God will land a counter Kyle over the flash as well. He takes a big chunk of damage from the Between Worlds. Tarzan looking to run away, pops the Crescent Guard, and in comes that ult from Shanks. It's going to push top away. He could get the turret, and then probably take Shanks down as well.
Yeah, Kyle's on the way. Tarzan is here to cover if they want it. He's very tanky, though.
It's a 4v1. I mean, Shanks going to take a little bit long to die, but there's just not enough damage to fight that 2v4. Shutdown goes the way of Kanavi, who also picks up when they're maybe focusing on other things like that instead of other potential plays that could win them the game. Now we see top with the gold lead, at least for now. That could change though here as we have a fight in the top side jungle as Crisp just gets...
Walk in through Fog of War.
Yeah.
Great job from Crispy hiding himself. They're going to lose this dragon, but...
It's just gone. I mean, there was really good setup there from top to make sure there was no vision in the area here for AL. Now Tarzan could potentially be caught out. He has to come up the Crescent Guard relatively early to escape. Here comes the call to fortune.
Oh, Kyle!
On the other side of things, and here comes Shanks as well, looking to dive in onto the back line. Kanavi already taken rather low, but look at Cream on the other side, just doing so much damage on this Aurora. Flandre on the wrong side of the map and overheated will mean another kill goes the way of Kanavi, and Top Esports get the Dragon, and they pick up 2 on top of it.
Anyone's Legend is playing the map a lot better, but TES in these fights are finding wins that look a little bit difficult, but they're definitely executing. Hope, he moves forward and loses his flash.
Oh, but listen, 2-man taunt coming in from Shanks, and that's going to be enough with the Hollow Radiance to land the shutdown onto Jackie Love. And with that kill, AL will pick up the mid-tier Otacon and takes damage from it. Going to be a pretty difficult fight for them if they are not careful. Already the Otacon at 4,000 HP. Cream flashing away from the Magnet Storm is going to potentially be a 50-50, but without a spike, it'll be Tarzan to pick it up. Those revives will come to be a very massive factor as look at Shanks and Hope. They are shredding away at Top Esports and making sure that they don't go down without a fight. They'll have the revives, so any kills are just gravy on top of things. Shanks leading the charge right now. He's getting bursted down a little bit by Jackie Love in 369. And 3 people get set.
Great map state for them to take this Baron and look towards the Dragon afterwards.
Yeah, he just 1-for-1 the jungler, and with the
Because
jungler.
he doesn't even finish the objective, it just feels like an all-in-all loss coming in for the side of TES. And even in the picture-in-picture, losing out on mid-turret, you've got this Baron, you've got those 5 grubs. It just feels like it's gone from bad to worse, and while some of these plays have worked for TES, I feel like we haven't seen them really kind of make too many proactive decisions this map, really responding to AL's map pressure.
And that fight did really good things for a lot of the members on AL, but specifically Hope, who now has 2 kills, has fights, and also do a decent chunk of damage right now.
Shanks gets the cheat by having 5 grubs, so...
That is true. As, you know, speaking of, there goes that top turret in it.
Yes. They get away from the Rumble ultimate 45 seconds before the Dragon spawn.
They're going so ham right now. I mean, yeah, Shanks forced the flash out of Kanavi, I guess. Here comes the ultimate from 369, just landing onto Tarzan. True Shot Barrage not finding too much. AL overextend a lot on that play, kind of for no reason. There comes the ultimate from Shanks, but it's just too late. Kyle has already fallen, and now Cream has a good opportunity to dish out a ton of damage. Meanwhile, on the other side of the fight, Kanavi is singled out, and Hope will shred him down. But it will be at least a trade as Flandre falls 2-for-1 in favor of Top Esports.
Right now, it's all about can we get this mid-tier 1 for TES. They'll take it here with the Demolish proc from 369. Cream walking forward, he's got a lot of damage here. Has the Horizon, or has the Cosmic Drive, has the upgraded Luden's Companion alongside that Void Staff. And Shanks with a masterful flank here. Already uses Flash, already uses TP. The ultimate is not here. But TES are trying to find a flank play. Ooh.
Nice turn there for Tarzan.
Oh no! Wait, Shanks, run, brother!
Crisp. He's going to face check and find out the Galleon. So now Shanks has to go or else he'll be stuck in a 1v4. Taunt comes out. The shield of Duran only finds the tanks as Jackie Love's able to escape. And Shanks will get shut down. It is Jackie Love picking up the gold. But look at the other side. And Hope has Hope. He's shredding him to pieces on this Corki. Crisp trying to his best to distract the rest of the team, but it'll be a double kill in for Hope. He is now 5-0-4, and despite the over-aggressive play from Anyone's Legends, they're going to pick up this Ocean Soul.
Anyone's Legend trade their mid laner, and can Kanavi find the steal to buy TES 5 minutes in this game? It's not enough. We're going to see the turn.
Could be a big fight, though. There comes the ultimate, lands onto Flandre. The Rumble has been singled out. The ultimate has already been used. The Rumble will die, but Hope just doing so much damage here on this backline. Flandre is still alive in this Dragon Pit. 369 does not have any damage, as it is an ace picked up for AL.
That's the Ocean Soul doing overtime at the Anyone's Legend factory. They're going to win this fight, and honestly, Grapes, with what we're seeing here, 5 grubs, a Baron if they really want it, it seems like AL are going to look for the end on this play. Massive death timers. It is just the bottom lane of TES to defend the base.
From first blood to potentially the final towers being picked up, it has been firm control of game number 1 for our Demacia Cup champions, Anyone's Legends. They're looking to try to take down some of these Nexus towers right now. Crisp pops the Unbreakable Will, and they will find a trade at least in supports, but it will not.
This and a second chance at redemption here for Kanavi. doesn't mean anything. He's jumping right out of that. It's going to be a Baron Coven.
In some of these team fights, that showed to be true again here around the Dragon Pit. And JackieLove, while he has been ditching out a little bit, cannot be enough here right now with AL currently up. Now it's 7,000 gold and counting. They're going to finish off that top lane inner turret, the last one available on the map, and looking to crack open their second inhibitor so far of the game. Mid lane is open and has Super Minions pushing it down there as they wait for this next wave of Baron buffs to escort in.
Grapes, this feels like a repeat of our grand finals. It did open up with a bona fide quadra kill for Tarzan, but I'll take that in their weight of gold when it comes to the objectives. It was those first bloods that came through. It was all of the epic of monsters coming in early. It feels like AL had really strong control of the map. They made some individual flubs, but I think mechanically they haven't been the best team in the league. It has really been their map play and how creative they are when it comes to both draft and in-game strategy.
And right now, just potentially putting the finishing touches on. Equalizer comes out, doesn't do too much damage, but does zone JackieLove away from the rest of his team. Last-ditch effort potentially here for 369. The Call of the Force God does land onto 2, but Hope has bought so much space, is so far away from any potential threats. There comes a big taunt from Shanks. So much damage here on the side of anyone's Legends, and Hope just remains untouched. AL wanting to prove that their Demacia Cup performance was not a fluke, and they're doing a pretty good job so far against their former opponent.
He moves forward,
it is a triple kill. It could be a pentakill, but Cream will not let it happen. Hope finishes the game himself on the Corki, 11, 0, and 5, and anyone's Legends.
Ultimate, you have also this Akali who can jump back there. A very squishy backline and not a ton of protection. So we're going to see how much value this Renata can grab, because while the damage is there, you're looking for resets and you're looking for that bailout. They didn't necessarily get their cup of joe, but now it feels like they're getting closer and closer to a lot of those feats of strength.
See the trade for the Dragon on the other side.
Late for this objective. He's going to be showing up after the grubs have already spawned.
Ooh, that's a big knock-up landing here on the Q3. All out comes through from 369 as well. Flangrave misses the ultimate once again, and Kanavi will find the kill. First blood for Top's jungler. Faster. First grub going to be taken here by Kanavi. Tarzan just needs to steal away one, but instead they're going to try to look for the fight. Kyle getting spotted out. Shanks pops the Shroud, looking to maybe go in. Tarzan does not find the second grub. This next one will secure the feat of strength for TES if they're able to get it. So Flandre and the rest of AL know that they potentially have to go now. They instead try to target here onto 369. Perfect execution comes through in for Shanks, and they will find the kill onto the Cassante. Kanavi foresees the Heartbreaker out. Curtain call will...
They do not know if there are members reinforcing the top side of the map. They will spot Outlay. He's actually going for the mid lane, and Shanks will be able to walk here a little bit closer. So looks like the Herald's going over, but maybe there's a fight after.
So that is the feat of strength as well as the Rift Herald picks up for Kanavi. However, he potentially is publicly executed. Flash on top of him from Kyle, and not even the bailout will save him. Now a two-man Cyclone onto JackieLove and Chris by Tarzan, and that will be Hope picking up the kill onto his fellow AD carry. Chris, the next on the menu. Tier 1 turret doesn't matter when you got all 5 of anyone's Legends.
The reason why just being able to have so much vision in their favor is so important. And what I would like to see from TES is now with this turret down in the bottom lane is how are they actually able to utilize this Ashe ultimate, because we actually haven't really seen JackieLove be that impactful in this game. Oh, we're getting a replay. Thank you. All the Shanks lovers are back at home. There we go. Okay, so yeah, he gets a Spiraling Despair, does a huge combo onto him, and then he's just able to be back out. All those soul laners are gone from that fight from TES, so thank you for the observers for showing that. And there we go. TES yet again playing the map just a little bit better this time around, something we saw in-game.
It would have been really nice to see Kanavi take the CS lead that he was able to get and maybe use it onto his side lanes and get somebody like JackieLove ahead a little bit, but right now behind in terms of items as the Rift Herald is spawned in the mid lane. They're going to get this tier 1. The question is, will they get anything on top of it afterwards? Looks like the answer will be no. So 2-1 in terms of the Dragons right now for top. They are keeping themselves in this game. They have retaken control of the gold. They are looking for a potential pick. Meanwhile, on the other side of the fight, they'll look at the mid lane. Curtain call goes straight onto Cream, and Shanks will assassinate him underneath his own turret. So
that armor shred is huge, and there's still no ultimate here for Shanks, so despite the flank, I don't know how impactful...
I mean, if a Shuriken lands on a Jackie, he could still be in trouble. And look at AL, they're diving straight on a 369. Kanavi already has a bailout on top of him, and there's the Pop Blossom from Kyle. It lands on a 3. Flandre is still alive. He finally will get taken down by 369, but the fight is already cooked for Top Esports. 369, the last remaining survivor. It will be an ace just for Flandre, as AL will make their way back towards the Otacon.
TES are routed, and it has been individual members getting caught out before these fights. Last game, it was Crisp. This time, Cream is getting bodied on a champion that we know him for, and it happens again?
Here he goes. Public execution just up. That is another kill picked up for Shanks. He's 6-0 on his signature champion and takes down Cream once more.
That's insane. If you would have told me that Cream right now is...
Solero goes wide.
This Ashe from JackieLove is not looking good. And Mako, these pairings are not looking good, and it feels like, we talked about the new class of mid laners coming in. It feels like a new class of laners just in general are starting to upshow.
And speaking of laners, one all-consistent laner in the LPL is Flandre, and it is to dish out the damage and try to win a fight.
Here's Kyle!
Here comes Kyle! Pop Blossom lands onto the bottom lane. JackieLove still kiting away, at least for now, and actually doing a big chunk of damage. There's the ultimate from the way. Cricket finally arriving to the game, and Top Esports find a big fight with their carries. JackieLove taken down by Shanks in the back end of things, but now the Akali is singled out, looking for some sort of escape. Not going to find it in a 1v4, and Top Esports are right.
Invested into watching Kyle on the Nico, and I didn't get to see too much as we got the current call coming in.
Right?
They're blocking, and he does not steal this.
Oh.
Cream gets caught!
Oh my god, how do you do that? Not body blocking, allowing their mid laner to go down. Hope getting back onto the board. That's kill number 3 for him. The Jhin starting to come into fruition as well. Flandre now in a 1v2. Best has a lot of HP, does a decent amount of damage. However, Kanavi is now also strong. Teleport comes in. Shanks looking to join the fray, but he might join a little bit too late. Flandre flashes away. Kanavi looking to match him, but here comes Shanks. He's here to play. Now has to fight in a 1v3. The bailout landing on a 369, and the Q3 should be enough. Pops the stopwatch. Kanavi still
everybody's here!
But he's bought way much time for the rest of the squad to pull up. Hope's arrived. Kyle's arrived. Kanavi at 4 HP does find the stun, but not the kill. It'll be 2 more for AL.
Now there's a dragon as well. We need TES to walk up. It needs to be now. JackieLove needs to have that Ashe game, and Ashe doesn't have a ton of damage in general, but maybe this is the pick.
Little skirmish here in the side lane. Shanks really caught out, has to use the perfect execution to get away.
Perfect!
Stopwatch to get away from the arrow, and now a public execution on a JackieLove, and Kyle is here to follow up. Huge. The bailout will be on JackieLove. He will be able to dish out damage, but not enough for him to land the revive. But look at the other side of the fight. It is Kanavi and Cream absolutely destroying the front line of anyone.
No one else feels like they're taking the reins and wanting to take the game into their own hands. Up this Baron, half HP immediately here for AL.
There's not a ton of Baron take damage, but it is burning down quickly at 4,000 HP. Will be able to be secured, and it's Hope that lands the final blow. Now, can Top Esports win this fight? Ultimate comes out for Chris, doesn't hit anyone. Kyle only has the Pop Blossom onto the Renata Glass. JackieLove getting soloed out potentially by Tarzan, but he's able to dash away. Shanks will go down first. This front to back is what we wanted to see from Top, and it is paying out in dividends. They get to force Tarzan back out on the other side, and now it's up to Hope and Flandre. They get the kill on the Kanavi. 369. Now it's to run for the hills, and they will even up this trade. It is a 3 for
TES. It's great that Kyle finds this, but none of the damage dealers are here to play, and it's going to be the for them. They can very rarely make a mistake in this series so far.
And right now, they're going to try to start a fight with Tarzan putting the Cyclone in onto Kanavi. Has the upgraded steel cap, so not going to be able to find too much damage onto him. And now it is a chance for Top to retaliate. Enchanted Crystal blocked by Tarzan's clone, and that means that they're opposition.
Yeah, Flandre is not going to be able to contest for this. Ashe and Kanavi can finish this objective rather early, and now we'll be heading towards the 7th dragon of this game if we want to see a soul here, as I don't know why we haven't just nerfed Nico and how long this clone stays out on the map, especially for the oh, Cream though, they don't know. He can find the pick.
A really big flank position. They find the stun and the pop blossom onto JackieLove, but he's able to get away from it rather nicely. Stopwatch lands onto Kyle, and he will go down first, having gone forward way too early. Now it's Flandre, the target of 4 members of AL, with 369 onto Shanks in the backside. That is already a second kill picked up for Kanavi. The dive is in, and Top Esports are looking to take over this game. They go 4-0. Only Hope survives, but there might not be much more hope for AL as Top Esports are looking to even up this series.
They've got 5 grubs. They should be looking to end. Not too many minions, however, maybe having to utilize Cream's teleport to save them. It is only Hope that is up 20 seconds before the next most available member. And it's been so close all game long, but one bad team fight, one where they spent too much time trying to protect their Nico, and it turns into a tied series.
Curtain call means a very easy target for JackieLove. That's 1,000 gold to Kanavi on the Viego, and Top Esports are going to even up our series at 1-1.
Sure.
Leona diving in, but not like the Nocturne, obviously. So a big difference here that Maokai will be flexed down to the support position as the Renekton-Gnar matchup. The old class.
Really going to have to take every little bit of an advantage that he can. Level 1 Gnar, though.
Crazy to dive right now. Crisp is tanky.
Oh my god, no way.
Flandre will survive at about 300 HP, and now Tarzan is on the hunt. Has level 3, all 3 of his basic abilities alive, and Crisp could be in a little bit of trouble. They are going to try to go for the redive. They know that Tarzan is here, and that will be enough for anyone's Legends to claim first blood. Now on the top side of the map, 369 has to flash away from any potential damage, still at about 200 HP. AL should be able to redive this rather successfully. There's the stun,
it is!
There's the bomb, and Hope makes it 2-0. Unrelenting in their pressure, and they want to make sure TES do not take this for free.
Flandre not having his ult. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, lands straight onto Kanavi, stops the charge, lands onto 2, but the damage is pretty big. Shockwave is finally unlocked, but it will be Kyle falling first to Crisp. Kanavi now stuck in the pit. But look at the bullet time from JackieLove. It is melting AL as they are now stuck in the pit themselves. Hope has to flash away as him and Flandre are now on the wrong side of the rift. And it will be Top Esports coming out on top of the skirmish, at least for now. 369 has the dominance unlocked, and they will be able to pick up this first spawn of the grubs.
Great flash from Kanavi and Cream to get out of that play and specifically get out of the shockwave. Whereas Flandre, tiny, like 2 pixel wide purple bar that is underneath the champion portrait.
I actually did not even know that existed.
Yeah, that's how you're probably like, damn, how does he know experience totals like this? I'm not that good, dog. So, oh, we're making a play on the Cream.
Oh my goodness, Satchel forward because he knows that Tarzan is on the way. Mega Inferno Bomb takes Cream to about half HP as the Chaos Storm does go away. Tarzan looking for the stun, not in range just yet, but the shockwave will come through. Tarzan getting the kill on the Cream.
And while they are subjecting or losing some of these objectives on the top side, it does mean that Ziggs will get alone time with this turret. How much damage he can get in this time is up to them, and he still has the TP if he wants the match. But Kyle perfectly hovering and protecting his top laner to prevent this dive, but I don't know, man. This is looking pretty tricky.
Oh, it's 4 players of the wave crashing down. That is a mini Gnar on Flandre. Ignite is ticking, and he will burn.
As AL now, while they do get the grubs, I do think it is a bit of a losing trade here, as right now TS are really focused on getting standing gold where they can.
So it's at least 2 picked up. The smite from Tarzan makes it a 3-3 even trade. However, Crisp has had enough time to come back from the base and go in onto Tarzan with twisted advance. Tried to take one down.
AL kind of getting that kind of
another
stop
dive.
finally. Uh-oh.
There's the Nature's Grass combined with the bullet time. However, JackieLove takes a decent chunk of damage, has to back away for just a moment, but will be
surprising to me that we also just haven't had. So the kills went over to AL. The first to 3 he's fine for right now. He's still picking up gold. He's still getting those upgrades.
Oh, and the twisted
Wow!
barely lands onto Hope, the last little root from the Nature's Grass.
Bottom wave, so even if they give up the Herald, he can TP for this play, and they'll grab themselves the bottom
wave.
wave.
There he goes.
turret.
Oh, it's going to be such a big flank. And the Glacial Prison lands onto Hope. Solar Flare on the other side only finds Crisp. The Mega Inferno Bomb does only a little bit of damage. 369 has the dominant pop. They pressure AL out of the pit and secure the Rift Herald on their own.
They got
now
Cream!
Kyle has found Cream, and Cream will go down. Should be Rift Herald, and then the W from Hope should be enough to take down this mid lane tier 1. Bullet time going to buy some space, at least for a little bit. Tarzan threatening with his big ol' spear, forcing the rest of top side of the map. That is not a good timer for him to have this ability up online. Dragon.
Tarzan just walks into the pit!
He's gonna 50 it. He gets the dragon somehow, and now Cream is in trouble once again with the shockwave on top of him, but he heals just enough to survive. Flandre comes in with a teleport and will assassinate him on the backside of things. And Top Esports looking to collapse now onto Tarzan. 2v1 here. JackeyLove should be able to claim this one if 369 pops the dominance on the bottom side underneath the turret. Shanks has the shield, should be enough, but he will finally go down. Hope satchels away from the bullet time and will be able to pick up another kill onto the Crocodile.
Flandre, dog walk him, brother!
Flandre approaching Meganar, looking to try and get some distance closed. So, especially like the tanks that are maybe more pseudo tanks, like we have up here in the top lane right now.
Like all of Fimble Winter. Get out.
I think it. Chat, let me know, but I think it's clipped.
Yeah, let's do chat do some of the heavy lifting here.
So TES know that they cannot go for the Drake, instead are forced back to the top side of the map.
Okay. They're starting this Otacon like we were just mentioning, but Flandre's got to be so careful. Oh, JackeyLove, perfect
really nice cleanse from JackeyLove, but Kyle is still on top of him. The Pantheon all comes over the top, and Tarzan will shut down the main carry of Top Esports. Flandre with a Gnar ultimate onto 369, but the Nature's Grasp is big, and Cream is still full HP with the Arcane Storm raining down onto AL. Kanavi will get bursted down by Hope as another shutdown goes his way. 369 has to slice and dice away, but he will get eaten up by Flandre. Another team fight win, this time for AL, as Top Esports lose 3.
JackeyLove's like, hey, can I get Gale Force back in this game, please? Like, yeah. I just use my cleanse, I have to flash, and still there's a Pantheon hunting me down from the opposite side of the map. Cream is full HP, but I don't know how much work you're going to be able to get done by yourself. You might be Victor, but with no Chaos Storm, I just don't think it's going to be worth. Tarzan has to be real careful. This Otacon's got hands.
Yeah, this thing, you learn quickly. A couple days of the season did a lot of damage. Okay, Tarzan picks it up. Revive.
Great for preserving his legacy as one of the great top laners here in the league. And it's going to be a dragon here that puts AL at soul points.
I feel like we're seeing a similar level of that here with the Otacon, and now even the Baron Nashor, as Kyle was in a little bit of trouble. Going to get locked down here by Chris. There's the bullet time, but only with on to Kyle. Here comes Flandre, not Mega yet. Gets locked up by the Glacial Prison, has to flash away, but it is enough for the kill to land onto the main tanks. But the carries still alive for top with the Arcane Storm coming in and trying to do a lot of damage. Hope flashes forward. What an aggressive play from Hope as he takes Cream down. Now it's 369 and JackeyLove. No bullet time on the Misfortune, remember. TES still has their top
so far, but I just don't think it matters for this game. The rest of AL are really in a... We're in a fight in Pip. Come on. We don't need this replay. We're taking a mid-tier one. We're fighting right before the dragon spawns.
JackeyLove all of a sudden very, very low as well.
Terrible. Why as TES are we forcing that? Even if you are able to start the Baron, the rest of AL are going to be able to match. You can have Tarzan can look for something. It's 2,000 gold. The gold is close, but we're Grand Sky falling in.
Crisp just dead, tanking up too much damage. Hope landing the final blow. Bullet time not really finding much, only onto the tank. Satchel charge backwards from Hope means that Kanavi is not in a good spot himself. There comes the Arcane Storm, but just nobody is low enough for that to do any damage and for that Storm to continue to grow. Despite the carries keeping themselves alive on top, not enough for them to do anything, as AL will get a free Baron.
Great job from 369. Oh, we're teleporting in, so just take the turret. The turret doesn't die there. So they're going to just try to force down mid. Okay, fine. This is one of the strategies you can try to do when the enemy team is going for Baron. You push in all of their waves so that they can spend as much of the Baron timer as possible having to re-push out these lanes. And so now Baron goes over, but for now TES, they're able to grab two dragons before this Elder Dragon spawns. Flandre is gaining Mega Gnar stacks.
Doing a lot of damage. Wow, Chris just gets deleted, melted by Flandre in mini Gnar form. Just another easy death for Crisp as he falls for the 5th time this game. And once more, it is Top Esports stuck in a 4v5 situation with Baron buff against them.
Now what do TES do? I mean, we waited. We said, okay, level 16 here for Cream. Will he have enough of the requisite damage to turn the fight here? It's going to be a Satchel Bomb in mid if they really want to. He's just trying to get the passive stacks in.
Tarzan underneath the inhibitor tower, going for Dracula. He procs Material Scimitar, will stay alive at least for a little bit. One more boomerang shift to the deep. The bullet time comes out, and Flandre will fall. Top Esports keeping themselves alive as Kyle is still stuck under the tier 3 turret. And finally, the victor gets what he desires, and that is a... So now AL regaining control of the pit. 369 could be caught out potentially as Flandre is approaching Mega, and Kyle will dive on top of him with the Zenith Blade. Stun just on to the Croc. He crocs hysterics, but the bullet time could be big. There's Kyle looking to deny it. Tarzan now stuck in a 1v4. JackeyLove finally will go down as Kyle picks it up in a three-man shock wave from Shanks. It is a triple kill, a quadra kill for Tarzan on the Pantheon, and anyone's legends will march down the bottom side of the map and take themselves to match point.
What an incredible shockwave from Shanks opens up Tarzan to find the quadra kill. You can kind of see it in those player cams. AL are laughing, the smiles are back for the boys. As with the Ziggs, they don't even need the Elder Dragon. We're going to game 4 with AL up a game.
Another 40-minute game, but once again, it is AL prevailing. They go up 2-1 in the series and are just 1 win away for going up to 2-0 in Group A.
Tristana is very dangerous, especially with the level 2. So alongside this Lulu, you could be looking at a 2v2 that's very dangerous here for the side of Top Esports, where AL round out their draft with that Seraphine.
AL and Tarzan looking to try and at least make it an even trade so far in the grub. JackeyLove has the rocket jump away. That is the first grub secured for AL, but 369 in the middle of everything and might actually just get singled out in 1v4. But Flandre jumps away. It is first blood picked up here for Shanks, and anyone's legends are running away with this team fight. Hope gets his first kill. It is 3 for 0. Pick up this first dragon of the game with the Hex deck going their way.
Grapes, that sinking feeling. Just because Unitall Wildairs has also just been an item that has been extremely terrible. Well, not terrible, but it's just crit itemization's in a weird spot. I'm gonna say that.
Oh, look at this top side of the map. 369 with the Fear Beyond Death on top of him, and will be enough for Kanavi to dash on top and pick up that kill. However, he's stuck between a rock and a hard place. That hard place being the Flame Chompers of Hope. A two-man charm coming through from Kyle, and the Encore says, "Sing it again, baby," as Hope picks up a second.
Dude, predicts the flash. Crisp flashes straight into the Seraphine ult. JackeyLove, you're all by yourself under this turret, brother. I just don't think this is real. Tarzan can flash. You still have the Volibear ult as well. How many plates can AL get during this push? As even here, Urgot hasn't even recalled. There's no one covering this bottom side. Flandre's going to be able to have alone time with this turret.
It'll take a little bit for him to get there, but that's time desperately needed and desperately desired here for anyone's legends. They're going to get their third plate down here in the bottom lane, and now even as Crisp respawns and comes back into the top side, not really much places to go as AL are overloading here. They land the stun
here we go.
Onto Crisp. He dies once again, and the teleport's going to come in to make it a 5-man stack for AL. Creed matches a TP of his own to prevent any further dive, but that does mean the full grub camp will go over to anyone's legend who are looking poised to run away with this series.
What an insane fight. They just completely try to cut off. We're actually allowed to play the game.
Yeah, Top Esports in a little bit of trouble. Needs some big response right now. Thought they could have found it with Kanavi landing the kick, but Kyle finally will get bursted down. But it will be a 1-for-1 as Hope will pick up the trade.
And Tarzan doing a great job. I don't even think you need to actually kill 369 here, although probably can. Now
hey, why not?
Sundered Sky. Wrap it up. Wrap it up, Grapes.
Yeah, and you know, Shanks is going to be completely fine losing a little bit of his health bar because he knows that nobody can dive on top of him, and he knows that his team is getting things on the other side.
Here before, I think, third Dragon. That's a huge spike. If he gets his second item and suddenly we're looking at TES.
They are down about 3,000 gold, but here comes the teleport. Flandre going to join the fray. And it looks like Top Esports could be collapsed upon just a little bit. Here comes Cream. Has the flash. Has the ultimate. Can he make a play? Look at Shanks on the flank.
They got it!
And big charm coming through, and Hope steals away all of the Herald as well. Shuffle is big. Is it enough damage though? No, it is not. Look at Hope. Just full HP, ripping apart everybody on Top Esports. They get a huge fight. 4 kills already in their favor, and Crisp is on the wrong side of the map.
It's looking doomed. TES, it's been great, it's been good, but it hasn't been all there for them. Chris is going to do the runaround on Tarzan. Tarzan's like, where the hell did this Lulu go? Chris is like, you know, big if true. Oh, Shanks.
Meanwhile,
Shanks?
that's a better
Shanks?
Shurima shuffle right there. Shanks picking up. That is true. Hey, he could come away with this.
That feels like a
with
lifetime
that
ago, I'm not going to lie. That feels so long ago that we were like, maybe Alistar is going to be tech for the 1v1.
Can you?
We're going to talk about that right now. There's also not a lot going on in this game. 7,000 gold at 18 minutes. I know yesterday for JDG versus OMG, they made it look quick. They finished it up in less than 20, but this game has been so one-sided, and it comes down to a lot of the execution that we've been seeing, and I think the solo lane especially, as 369, man.
Kanavi, he's trying his best, man. He's looking for some sort of kill. Kyle could be a target. He already got hit him by the charm. No ultimate available, but Tarzan is here. The body block is support. Shanks dashing away, now going in 1v2 finally. Jackie Wolf picks up a big shutdown on Kanavi, gets Kyle as well.
It's game 4. It's 5 a.m. At least it's not Jace, but like, they're looking to be fighting after the revives.
Okay, I mean, this is a good way to potentially flip the game. They actually just get there first. All of a sudden, top esports could be right back into this game. They pick up the Otacon, they have the respawns in their hands, and they could just send themselves straight towards the tower, pick up an objective bounty, throw their lives away because they know that they can end up right back in spawn by the time any other objectives do spawn. They get the tier 1 in the top side, looking for this tier 2 now with just a couple of minions here to guide them.
They can shred these turrets, and they have the turret bounties as well, so there's a lot of gold being slingshot back into TES. Yeah, Hope is hitting on this mid-wave. 5 grubs. All that AL needs to do is somehow be able to stop them. Tristana's getting engaged upon. We see Jackie Love getting a little frisky with it. Has to be able to jump over. Inhibitor open, wait, he's going to cancel the backs.
369 is back, but that is it. And now, it can't be bounty with AL completely focused on the top side of the map.
Uh-oh.
An outer turret picked up. Question
He's
is
out.
now, will he be able to escape?
Oh, no, he's not!
Shanks cancels the teleport with the abscond of Duck, and now it is the Wild Goose chase. It will begin, and it will not last for very long. 369 will go down to Shanks.
All of TES, they were like, okay, maybe we can reinforce this, but that's a teleport down for 369. He's also dead for 40 seconds, and they're just all in this bottom side. Are they going to try and make this play? It's Shanks by himself.
Look at Kanavi finding the kick onto Shanks, forcing the stopwatch out of him. Flandre is tanky, but doesn't do a lot of damage, and that is Jackie Love picking up
more dragons. They're sunding over the Jinx ultimate. That's not stealing anything. Got 5 grubs. Maybe AL can look for a fight afterwards and push to end the game. There is an open inhibitor.
Yeah, maybe top don't want to do anything too risky because the game could end, but it looks like they do want to go for a fight. It will be a numbers advantage for them until Shanks arrives. Baron finally secured. Flandre has to flash away. They land the Fear Beyond Death. That's going to slow them up pretty well. Jackie
nice
up
job.
by the Flame Choppers. Really good spacing opened up here by Hope. And now Shanks has arrived. And it will be anyone's Legends coming through and wiping the floor with top esports. They go 5-0 in the fight. They get the Baron, and they will get the game, and they will get the series win.
Long death timers, and Kanavi got into the back line, but it just doesn't matter. Anyone's Legend, make it happen. They have a repeat of the Demacia Cup Grand Finals, and they're going to be moving up in this group 2-0.
People were wondering, was that win in the Demacia Cup? Was it a fluke? Was it a myth? No, it was a legend being born. Anyone's Legends take down top esports.
It just feels like they might be a little bit lost. This was one of the games, this game 4, despite it, I will say, this is one where I really did feel Kanavi's impact, and that hasn't been the case all throughout this series. I mean, we talk about the game that they won in game 2, where we really got to see Kanavi on this Viego take control, but game 1 on Vi, he felt a bit invisible. Game 3 wasn't all quite there for the team, so I am looking for this TES roster with, I think, so many veterans especially to kind of have to take the reins. Who is our shot caller? Chris has obviously been a very big vocal leader, but when we look at this, I feel like we should expect more from a TES of this caliber.
Changed out from this team going into this season, as my camera looks like it's struggling a little bit. It looks like we're back. Tarzan getting subbed in for Tien, and then Mako getting subbed out for Crisp. You know, Mako being that historical shot caller for top esports, and then Tien being, you know, just the big playmaker for this team, always, you know, willing to sacrifice farm to go and make plays. That's not necessarily the same play style as Kanavi, I should say. I messed up the junglers once again, but
that's
all
okay,
that to
man.
say, Tien compared to Kanavi, very different players. Crisp compared to Mako, very different players. So it's going to maybe be more growing pains than we imagined, because when we look at this roster, we just think, oh, ton of really great players coming in. Maybe it's more about the fit of how all these guys end up working together that is the difference maker here.
And it'll be really fun to watch both of these teams' trajectory as we go through the 3 splits here in the LPL. As kind of coming towards the end of our broadcast here, we're waiting to crown what is hopefully Hope's MVP. If anybody else steals this, I'll be really pissed. I'll be really sad for him.
It could be Shanks. Could be Shanks. He was limit testing a little bit too much on the Silas, though, for my liking.
I think it's fine. I think he had some goat plays, so maybe I could see Shanks. He has been a player who's really growing on me.
Don't give it to the Tank Jacks. Anybody but the Tank Jacks, please.
Nobody but the Tank Jacks, please. Please, I'm begging you guys.
Yeah, I think it's going to be one of those carries, one of the players that were a part of this AL core back in 2024, where they saw a decent amount of success, maybe not this to the same level as they are currently at. Still awaiting that MVP, but regardless, another really fun day. Very fun to see anyone's legend kind of go back to this matchup that they won in Demacia Cup and take care of business once again, really establishing that they are a true contender. And we've got some, I think, really exciting series coming tomorrow in our first doubleheader best-of-5 of the season.
I wanted to thank the LPL for their formatting by putting at least one Demacia Cup rematch in every single group. That was very great of you guys. Thank you for doing that. We got like the TT, LNG back-to-back. We had this series, obviously, like we were saying. And yeah, like you were kind of mentioning, while we can... Do we think they're going to give MVP right now? Because if I call for the schedule graphic and they show MVP...
As soon as you call for it, it's going to show up. That's the thing.
Exactly. So I'm just going to wait, man. I'm going to let 957 run me around this one. And if it doesn't ever come up, guys, please, just show me hope. Give me the jinx. And we can talk about the rest of the show and we can close out. Come on, guys.
For some reason, the most one-sided game has the longest deliberation. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's Tarzan. Not the pick that I would have had, but hey, Tarzan gets 2 in a row. I guess good for him. He was okay. He was fine.
Give me the schedule graphic for this week, Kelsey. It wasn't the
Jacks.
It wasn't the Jacks. Thanks, man. Again, we're bargaining with the tank top laners. Like Grapes was saying, we have our first doubleheader of the season. This is the last show before the Lunar New Year break. We're going to be starting a lot earlier, 10 p.m. PST, so make sure you have your clocks wound up. If you need, go to timeconverter.com somewhere on Google. You'll figure it out yourself. I believe in you guys. LNG versus BLG is going to be the first best of 5, and afterwards going to be followed up with RNG versus IG. A lot of stuff on stakes here. That BLG LNG team probably not going to be as close, but RNG with Niket coming in, IG after taking a loss to NIP, anything's possible in that Group D.
And you know, with LNG losing that series to Thunder Talk, that they are very motivated to make something happen to keep themselves alive after all the expectations that were maybe put on that team. They didn't look super good against TT, however.
It's BLG, guys. It's BLG main roster.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I think that either of those series have a chance to be exciting, as we got some good matchups to look forward to. Again, we're going to be starting a few hours earlier, so make sure you